he joined the army really early, like 16. He kept coming home and having like good-looking women and loads of money and, you know, good friends. And I didn't have any of that really. So I joined, and then that was it. He took me under his wing. And I think one thing he did say to me when I first joined, it's a strange thing to say, he said, don't ever come last. Don't ever come last at anything.
And I think we'd kind of waited since we were 4 years old to actually get issued our uniform. We were just like no longer playing soldiers, we were, you know, becoming soldiers, and that was a special time.
He joined up because whatever was happening anywhere in the world, he used to say, like, I will protect, like he was going to do it personally himself. I'll protect you in your beds while you sleep. So, although there's nothing going off now, if anything does go off, you know you're safe because I'm protecting you. When Sean first died, I believed in weapons of mass destruction. I was taken in by the lie.
Listen to people stood behind us. That Tony Blair can't fail to notice this.
I've been to Parliament, I've been to Downing Street, I've camped out there. Obviously I've done the demonstrations for Stop the War Coalition. But it has caused problems. Like my wife don't want to get involved anymore. She wants to now grieve on her own. I think that's the best way to say it. She wants Sean to be now hers. Like he were when he was little. I think that's why she don't do it. She don't want to share him anymore.
But so your wife thinks it'll never have a conclusion.
Yeah.
But what if that's right?
Well, then I'll be carrying on this forever.
And you work. What's your work?
I'm a CCTV operator. I work 12 hours a day, Monday to Friday. Maybe I just don't want to be at home. I don't know. This has gone on to things that I hadn't even thought about. The thing with Sean, I do it because I want to do it. The work, I do it because I want to do it. But until I've just said that to you, I never realised just how much I do it. You know, those two things, work and Sean, are basically the only things I do. So maybe I've got some sort of compulsive disorder. I've no hobbies, I don't go out much. So, you know, I don't know, maybe you're right, maybe I'll never stop doing it for Sean.
But you've made this kind of pact with yourself.
But, yeah.
And with Sean in some ways.
That's right. That I'm going to see this to end.
The pass-off parades were proud moments as well. Parents would come up, family would come up, and you know, we'd be marching on the parade square, and it is this, you know, it's a special time. You know, when you're so young, it's you really feel like you've achieved something. And I think me and John both, having not really achieved a great deal at school, academically, you know, it was a very proud day for us, because we'd both sort of received like best recruits of our platoon, and we kind of sort of found ourselves really.
I've never seen him so happy. wasn't he, that day? He was so excited when we saw him after to get this green beret. He was just so proud. Oh, he said, Mum, I've done it. Are you proud of me? And I said, of course I am. He was just amazing. He was just so happy. So happy. And it was lovely. I was in tears and I could tell that he was trying to bottle it up because boys don't cry. And he was just so excited.
When Alexander passed out from Sandhurst, the political situation in Iraq was rumbling on. There were the inspection teams there trying to find these weapons of mass destruction. But I don't think he thought that when he joined up, that he was going to be in Iraq within 18 months of joining his regiment.
Well, he was born 8 weeks premature in British Military Hospital, Rimtown in West Germany. Gavin was away.
I was on exercise at the time.
So he sent the driver to meet me with the car, and I had to say to the driver, I think we'd better get home rather quickly.
I was fairly dirty, having come in from an exercise straight out of my tank. The matron was not particularly happy to see me in that state, I think, and was quite obstructive. But we managed to get over that.
What did you say?
I think I can't really remember.
Yeah,
I think I said something like, I am the father, or words to that effect.
I am Major Tweedy, my son. She sort of stood back a bit. Yeah. Anyway, it was all right.
But there we are.
That's hysterical. This is how not to row. This is Alexander's house trying to row, I think, wasn't it, at Eton?
He enjoyed his time there, became captain of his house, and that was his leaving photograph. And then now we've gone back
we're back to Newcastle.
Newcastle University. He studied ancient history. A fairly, what you might call, useless degree, but he enjoyed it.
Here we go to...
This is Sandhurst.
Sandhurst training. They all have sort of ferns around their heads. It's just quite fun seeing all these again.
That portrait there that is Alexander. That was painted by a friend of his, but it was after Alexander died from photographs, which he found very difficult. And what about this one? What do you think about this one? I think, again, it's very good likeness, and very unlike the one in uniform, and it's nice to have a different look. Him smiling, and it's a different aspect of his character, I suppose. And is it something that makes you feel emotional when you look at it? Or? No more.
No.
Certainly not.
So they've done it again. Please don't film at the moment.
No, I will apologise for the state of the grave at this moment, because we had a number of plants there in front of it, which all were eaten by the rabbits and such like, and basically died. I then turfed it over, and for some reason which I don't fully understand, the maintenance people who look after the grass here have weed-killed the turfs I put there. Consequently, they need to be stripped out. But at the moment, it's not looking its best.
Anyway, Alexander would hate us to be moaning and groaning, so...
Would he?
Oh, absolutely, wouldn't he?
Yes. He would have regarded any obvious grief as being very sentimental, I think.
And what do you think, Evan? Are you more of a sentimental...